Hello, English learners. Welcome back to the Real English Podcast. I'm Jack.
And I'm Emily. It's so great to have you listening today.
Today, we have a really fun topic for our advanced learners.
We really do. Have you ever noticed how politicians apologize without actually apologizing?
Oh, absolutely. They always say something like, mistakes were made.
Exactly. They almost never say, I made a mistake. Why does that happen?
That's exactly what we are exploring today, the grammar of shifting blame.
Right. Public figures use clever grammar to avoid taking direct responsibility.
It's basically the classic non-apology. Have you ever used one yourself, Emily?
Maybe a few times, like saying the email was delayed instead of I forgot.
Yeah, that's a perfect example. It happens a lot in the corporate world.
It really does. Understanding this language helps you see when someone is manipulating meaning.
Good point. You really need this skill for advanced real-life communication.
Definitely. It helps you read between the lines when watching the news.
Exactly. It protects you from being fooled by tricky, evasive words.
So, are you ready to learn these tricks? Let's jump into our vocabulary preview. Our first word today is evasive.
Evasive.
This is an adjective we use a lot in this episode.
Yeah, it really is. What exactly does it mean, Emily?
It basically means trying to avoid a direct answer.
Right? Like when you ask a politician a simple yes or no question.
Exactly. And they give a 5-minute answer about something else entirely.
That's a perfect example of being evasive. Have you ever done that?
Maybe when my mom asks why I haven't called her back?
Oh, I see. You just changed the subject entirely.
I try to. Yeah, it's a very common trick in public relations.
Let's move to our second word. It's mitigate.
Mitigate?
So, how would you explain this verb?
To mitigate means to make something less severe or less harmful.
I see. So public figures try to mitigate the damage to their reputation.
Yeah, they really want to soften the blow. Have you noticed how they do that?
They use very calm and distant words, right?
That's it. They want to mitigate the public anger as much as possible.
It makes a lot of sense. It's all about controlling the reaction.
That brings us to our final word, deflect.
Deflect.
What does deflect mean in this specific context?
It literally means to make something bounce off you.
Like a shield? That's a really interesting image.
Yeah, exactly like a shield. But in arguments, you deflect blame.
Oh, I get it. You push the blame onto someone else.
Right. If someone says you messed up, you just point at your team.
Wow, that's a classic move. Do you see this a lot in the news?
Oh, all the time. People love to deflect responsibility when things go wrong.
It's really fascinating how language works as a shield.
It really is. Now that we know these words, let's listen to the dialogue.
I just read your update email to the client.
Yeah? I sent it out 10 minutes ago.
You wrote that mistakes were made with the timeline.
Right. I wanted to keep the message strictly professional.
It sounds a bit evasive, don't you think?
Really? I was just trying to soften the blow.
But you didn't actually apologize for the delay.
Well, I wanted to deflect the blame away from us.
I see. Did the client reply to your email yet?
Yes, and they're still pretty upset about the situation.
Exactly. Vague language rarely helps us in these moments.
True? I guess I was trying to mitigate the damage.
Next time, let's just say we made an error.
Good point. I'll definitely be more direct next time.
Welcome back. Let's break down the vocabulary from our dialogue.
Yeah, we heard some really interesting words today.
We really did, because public speakers use specific language to avoid trouble.
Exactly. They want to sound sorry without actually saying it.
Have you ever noticed how they do that?
All the time, since they're often very evasive in their answers.
That's a great word, but what does evasive actually mean?
It means avoiding a direct answer, where you kind of talk around things.
Right, you don't give a straight yes or no.
Have you ever been evasive about something, Jack?
Maybe when my mom asked who ate the last cookie?
That's hilarious, and I definitely do that too sometimes.
Next up is the word mitigate. So what about that one?
To mitigate means to make something less severe or harmful.
So, you try to make a bad situation seem much smaller?
Exactly. Companies try to mitigate damage after a big public scandal.
That makes sense, because they really want to soften the blow.
That's a great phrase. So what does soften the blow actually mean?
It means making bad news much easier to hear.
Like putting a soft cushion under someone before they fall?
That's a perfect picture, because it hurts a lot less that way.
We also talked about deflecting. So what does deflect mean here?
It basically means to bounce something away from yourself.
Like a tennis ball hitting a solid brick wall?
Exactly, but in our dialogue we specifically said deflect the blame.
I see, so you just push the fault onto someone else?
Right. You might simply say, it wasn't me. It was the system.
That's so common, since it completely protects their personal public image.
Finally, we have the most famous phrase, which is mistakes were made.
I really love this one, especially because of the passive voice.
Yes, it removes the person who made the mistake entirely.
Why do they use that instead of saying I made a mistake?
Because it sounds like the mistake just appeared out of nowhere.
Right, it works like magic where nobody's responsible for the actual problem.
Exactly. It's basically the ultimate non-apology for any public figure today.
That's very true. So try listening for these clever phrases in the news.
So, we just talked about how public figures avoid saying sorry.
Right. They use some very clever grammar to do that.
Exactly. It's fascinating to watch.
But how can our advanced learners actually use these patterns?
That's a great question. We can use these tricks in everyday life too.
Yeah, sometimes you just need a polite excuse. Have you ever done that?
Oh, definitely. Like when I forget to reply to an important email?
I do that all the time. What do you usually say?
I try to focus on the situation, not my bad memory.
That makes sense. Let's look at a phrase for that.
Good idea. Our first phrase is, circumstances beyond our control.
Oh, I love that one. It sounds so professional.
Right? It completely removes you from the problem.
It really does. You're just a victim of the universe.
Exactly. So, how would you use it at work?
Let's say a project is late. You can blame the weather.
Yeah, or maybe a software issue.
You just say, the delay was due to circumstances beyond our control.
That sounds so much better than I messed up.
It really does. What's another situation for this?
Maybe your flight was delayed and you missed a meeting.
Right. You can tell your boss, I'm sorry I missed it.
Due to circumstances beyond my control, my flight was grounded.
Perfect. It keeps you looking professional and competent.
What about when you say something you regret?
Oh, that's the worst feeling. What can you do then?
You can use our next phrase. It was never my intention to.
Ah, the classic focus on intent. Why does that work?
Because it makes you look like a good person.
Yeah, it suggests you just had bad luck with your words.
Exactly. It makes people feel less angry with you.
I see. Have you used this one recently?
Actually, yes. I made a joke that upset a friend.
Oh no. What did you say to them?
I said, it was never my intention to hurt your feelings.
Did it work?
It did. It showed I cared, even though I said something dumb.
That's a great example. You can use it at work too.
How would you use it in the office?
Imagine you give some very harsh feedback to a coworker.
That can be really awkward.
Right? You can say, it was never my intention to sound critical.
I was just trying to help the project succeed.
Exactly. It turns a harsh comment into helpful advice.
That's a very useful pattern. Let's look at one more.
Okay, what do you have for the last one?
The phrase is, there seems to have been a miscommunication.
Oh, the passive voice. It's so powerful.
It really is. Nobody is taking the blame here.
Right. It's just a general problem that appeared out of nowhere.
Exactly. It's like the misunderstanding just fell from the sky.
I use this when a client complains about a mistake.
Oh, really? How do you phrase it?
I say, there seems to have been a miscommunication about the deadline.
That completely protects you from saying, I forgot the date.
It sure does. It keeps the relationship smooth.
Could you use it with a partner or spouse?
Definitely. Imagine you bought the wrong brand of coffee.
Oh, that's a serious offense in my house.
Right? You just say there seems to have been a miscommunication here.
I thought you wanted this kind.
Exactly. It makes it a team problem, not just your fault.
These phrases really help you navigate tricky conversations smoothly. Now that we know how to spot evasive language used to mitigate and deflect blame, let's listen to the dialogue one more time.
I just read your update email to the client.
Yeah? I sent it out 10 minutes ago.
You wrote that mistakes were made with the timeline.
Right. I wanted to keep the message strictly professional.
It sounds a bit evasive, don't you think?
Really? I was just trying to soften the blow.
But you didn't actually apologize for the delay.
Well, I wanted to deflect the blame away from us.
I see. Did the client reply to your email yet?
Yes, and they're still pretty upset about the situation.
Exactly. Vague language rarely helps us in these moments.
True? I guess I was trying to mitigate the damage.
Next time, let's just say we made an error.
Good point. I'll definitely be more direct next time.
That dialogue replay really highlights the problem with vague language,
It certainly does. He thought he was just being professional.
right? But his email just made the client more upset.
Exactly. Have you ever tried to soften the blow like Mark did?
I definitely have. I sent an email recently about a timeline delay.
That sounds familiar. Did your evasive language actually help the situation?
Not really. My boss saw right through my words immediately.
It happens to all of us. Direct communication is usually much better.
Now it's time for some helpful speaking practice.
We picked a few key sentences from the conversation.
These sentences are great for recognizing those evasive structures.
We'll have Mark read them out loud for you today.
Make sure to listen carefully and repeat after him.
Let's jump right in and practice these useful phrases.
I wanted to keep the message strictly professional. I was just trying to soften the blow. I wanted to deflect the blame away from us. I guess I was trying to mitigate the damage. I'll definitely be more direct next time.
You did a fantastic job with the speaking practice today.
Those phrases definitely take some time to get used to.
They really do. Thank you so much for learning with us.
If you enjoyed this episode, please like, share, and subscribe.
Your support helps us create more content for advanced learners.
Goodbye for now, and we'll see you in the next video.
See you next time and keep practicing your English.